All right, there are some people that say the church broke the new covenant by corrupting the Bible. Well, let's just have a quick look at perhaps one of the main reasons why Israel needed a Messiah to redeem the entire nation and to restore it to its proper place. What was the reason for it? So if you look over here, this is in Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 15. It says, "But thou didst trust in thy own beauty, thou playedst the harlot because of thy renown, and thou pourest out thy fornications, and everyone that passed by it was. And thy garments thou didst take, and deckest thy high places with divers colors, and playedst the harlot thereupon. And the like things shall not come, neither shall it be so." So anyways, this is basically describing how bad Judah was. Judah was horrible. She multiplied her whoredoms. So it came to pass after all thy wickedness, woe, woe, woe unto thee, saith the Lord God, that thou hast also built unto thee an eminent place. Thou hast made thee an high place in every street. Thou hast built a high place at every way of the headway. Hast made thy beauty to be abhorred, and thou hast opened thy feet to everyone that passed by. Like, they were worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. That's how far they had fallen. Their elder sister, Samaria, for example, Israel, fell hard, got captured, dispersed into all the nations. The 10 tribes of Israel were gone. But that wasn't good enough for Judah. They're like, yeah, you think that's bad? We're going to do even more. And here's what they did. They did something different. It said, "But as a wife," because Judah was a wife of God, "as a wife that committeth adultery, with which taketh strangers instead of her husband, they give gifts to all whores. But thou," this is what basically how it works, obviously, is with prostitutes, that you give money to prostitution to do stuff. And that's what the normal way was in the ancient days. That's how you did transactions. But Judah, they gave gifts to all their lovers and hires them. So they said, basically, come sleep with me. Do whatever you want and I will pay you. And God was saying, this is contrary. This is bizarro. And on the contrary in thee from other women in thy whoredoms. Whereas none followeth thee to commit whoredoms. Not even the other whores were doing that. They weren't following the way that you do it. Because the way that you do it, you give a reward, and no reward is given unto thee. Therefore, thou art contrary. So it's just, like, Judah was in a bad place. Bad place. And even then, they, like here, it says right here, verse 42. "Yet hast thou not walked after their ways, nor done after their abomination," meaning Israel, "but that if that were a very light thing, thou hast corrupted more than they in all their ways." So again, Judah fell harder than Israel, and her sins were more than Sodom's. So it's sometimes some Jews get hung up on slamming Christianity, and they're saying you guys are corrupting the Bible. Well, you broke your own commandments. You broke your own covenant with God. This is why you got carried away to Babylon. This is why Israel, the 10 northern tribes, got carried away to Assyria. This is what happens when you start creating extra rules and regulations and you put them on people, and then yet you're not following the rules and regulations yourself, but instead you're making up stuff, and then you're saying, "Oh, Jesus isn't the Messiah. We're waiting for the Antichrist instead." And when you correct them on that, they're like, "Oh, there is no such thing as the Antichrist." But if there was, Jesus Christ would be the Antichrist. This is what some of these Jews are saying on YouTube. And it's abhorring. It's disgusting. I don't understand why they're doing that. And they're They're putting down Christians for trying to understand the Bible, and they're slamming us, and they're saying, no, you can never attain to our level of spirituality because you have to become a Jew. And that's where the New Testament comes in and says you don't have to become a Jew to come close to God, because once you know his son, Jesus Christ, and they'll argue with you. They'll say, God doesn't have a son. But it's, again, they just have to read the book of Psalms. They just have to read the entire Old Testament, and it's all over the place. Jesus didn't die on the third day. It doesn't say third day. It does quite a bit. If you understand how the body decomposes, how the body corrupts after you die, if you don't raise from the dead after 3 days, your body goes into corruption. This is what David was saying in Psalms. He's saying, you will not see your Holy One's body decay. Paraphrasing. But this is why they get hung up on this stuff. They don't want to believe what's in their own word. Anyways, we didn't corrupt it. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.